People ask me, sir, why should I do meditation? I don't have any problems.
Yes, sir. That's the common question in business also. Everything is going great.
Okay, Baba, I won't urge you to do meditation, but when your problems have come, please come to me.
Please come to me.
And the next day he comes running to me.
Yeah.
Swamiji, something has happened in my life, what to do? I already told you.
Yeah. People are they're waiting for the crisis to happen before they come in.
That's why crisis will come.
Yeah.
If you are waiting for a crisis will happen.
Crisis will happen.
Why a crisis will happen? For you to drive you into meditation.
Yes.
To become sane, not insane. Greed makes you insane, Baba. You tend to violate others' integrity. You doubt others' integrity.
Can you elaborate, sir?
The employer doubts the integrity of the employees and the employees doubt the integrity of the employer.
Because of the greed. Yes, sir. It happened a lot in COVID time. Because now employer had to work from home. And employer just didn't even think that it's possible, so they didn't want to trust where they're working, where they're just relaxing, so they start asking, send me what you're doing every hourly. So then employees here like really literally feeling so bad that no, what kind of bosses I have.
See, this mutual misunderstanding always happens between two greedy persons.
I see. You're always bringing back to two people, it's not one person, okay?
Okay, if among the two persons, one is greedy, one is non-greedy,
yeah.
The non-greedy can easily understand the greedy.
Okay.
He will have an adjustment. But a greedy person can never understand the other greedy person.
I see. So non-greedy person can adjust and then get over the situation.
Understand the greedy person.
Understand.
He will be more compassionate. Compassion comes from non-greediness. Cruelty comes from greediness.
Happy morning, everybody, friends and masters. Great afternoon and a wonderful evening. Patriji, talking about one thing, there's a continuation of this video on greed and grief. He singled out only one thing, greed. When the greed goes away from the corporate world, then automatically most of the world challenges have gone away. Just the greed. Greed leads to grief and suffering. And when the greed goes away, all of that is gone away. Both. It's employees are greedy, employees are greedy. Both. It's not just one. Out of the greed comes all the pressures one puts on the other. Lack of consideration. We know this, I think. But if there is deep inside, we have to understand that there is an element of greed that is carried because of which all conflicts arise. Survival challenges move us into this greedy state. Power struggles move us into this greedy state. With meditation, of course, we are understanding slowly. We don't have to dominate others, but we can coexist with everybody. Today we have Shrians Jagath coming in. So let's go into a meditation. once again. We maximize the time with him. And many have joined, some are new. Our path, always mentioned, Jnana, knowledge of wisdom path, and Dhyana both. It's our individual meditation, but then it is also absolutely enhancing our knowledge on a regular basis by reading, by listening to others' experiences. My understanding dramatically improved when I started giving time to listen to others' experiences. Initially, I used to think, okay, so somebody is again starting to speak about their experience and I used to go away. Later, I've learned why Patriji is spending time after 40 years of his continuing to be in it, that even today he still continues to listen. Just the other day, I forget the name, but one of our meditators, he said, when his experience started, okay, I'm feeling balanced, I'm feeling great. But then as he went along, he also talked about, my daughter is just not able to ever sleep in the car, but in no time now, for 5 years, she never slept in a car, but no time she goes to sleep. As she started meditation, she goes to sleep in no time in the car. Small things we think, but they matter. So there is a learning there. A case study. When we are listening to people, we are identifying so many situations meditation can help. Otherwise, who would ever think that, okay, someone is not able to sleep in the car, have challenges, who would ever think that, okay, do meditation, it will go away. It reinforces our understanding that meditation gives solutions to everything. And we all say this without an exception. Our analytical mind is constantly getting massaged, and then that wheel that we wear and say, okay, this is only so much can be done. The story drops to accept. So we must continue to listen to others' experiences, which is why we are always asking, and reading is a must. Tapaha swadhyaya Ishvara pranidhanena kriya yoga. What is the action that I must merge myself with, become one with? Union yoga is tapaha swadhyaya Ishvara pranidhana. Optimize less and less body needs, more and more meditation, tapaha. Reduce the needs of the body, optimize less food, less sleep, less talk, more meditation. If you do that, this will automatically come anyway. Swadhyaya, read. This is Patanjali Maharshi's statement. Tapaha swadhyaya Ishvara pranidhanena. Swadhyaya, reading about myself, about others, listening to about myself, about others. Contemplation, and then reading a lot, learning from others, everybody. This is one of the reasons why I loved when I came into this path. Patriji never limited. Learning from only him. You always said, learn from everybody, go. There are so many books. He would recommend, as we always seen. He'll write points and recommend. He'll give summaries, he'll print summaries. No problem. I have my truth, but keep learning from others. There may be occasionally conflicting points will be there. People will say different types of meditations, but then the insistence is that Ana-Pana-Sati, the true idea of meditation is to empty, and so empty yourself, and breath is so connecting, intelligence always there. So Ana-Pana-Sati stands out to be the best. Easy, simple, it's natural. because you're not doing any change to your breath, or you're not doing anything unnaturally. What is there naturally is what we're observing. So Swadhyaya must be there. So that's why we recommended books. It is an integral part of learning ourselves, reprogramming ourselves. It is not extra, it is part of it. So for a regular practitioner, to strengthen the practice, we are always reading books, always learning from others. And we are meditating, of course. And then instead of pranayama, I used to go into that consciousness that the consciousness exists everywhere, which is equally intelligent, more intelligent, powerful. So stop disbelieving and then start exploring. That's when our thoughts create reality really comes into action. Surrender, be in that state of one, recognize that there is an intelligence, and so do not disbelieve. And so we are open, we explore everything. We explore. When we explore, when we start learning about new things, then we start experiencing that. So friends, relax yourself, sit comfortably. We are doing Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, a breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind of thousands of thoughts. Our goal is to merge into that greater emptiness is energy, that is quantum energy field. Our goal is to merge into that consciousness, and then be with it, become with it, spend time with it. And so we do this by simply observing our normal natural breath. So with your eyes closed, specs removed, fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in our lap, cross your feet at ankle. So three things we do: crossing your feet, fingers into fingers, in our lap, hands. With your eyes closed, be comfortable. Take that posture which is comfort to you, if required back support. And then observe your natural breath in any part of the nose. Observe that breath is going in, coming out, preferably here. Observe breath is going in, coming out, your natural breath. When you observe the breath, mind becomes empty. We experience emptiness. When the mind is empty of all thoughts, then slowly we start experiencing emptiness, blackness, void, darkness, whatever that is around us. Void of people, places, things. So we pay attention to it if you're conscious at that point. So we are observing the breath naturally become empty. As it naturally becoming empty, we start becoming aware of things that are there. It's total nothing is there. But that's the time we might experience energy. Energy may show up as feelings, sensations in the body and mind. If you're experiencing those, observe them and do not analyze them. Just observe, be a witness. That's called meditation experience. So don't pull back out of it. Anything experience natural, be with it. But if you think you're thinking a thought, or when will the meditation end? What did I do yesterday? Why is this person behaved like this? That is a thought. So then bring your attention back to the breath again, and then continue to observe. And as you observe again, you go back into the thoughtless state. So our goal is to be, as long as possible, to be with the eyes closed, be in that state of emptiness, a thoughtless state. But thoughts come, then again we can start the practice again, go back to observing the breath. So that's what we're doing in this process. And before we start this, we're doing something called heart elevation to slow ourselves down so that we can go into the empty state faster. Let's do the follow my guidance actively for that. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably. For a few minutes, we're doing this process of heart elevation to relive a moment of love and joy from our life, and then go into a higher state of emotion. With your eyes closed, dear friends, relax yourself. Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed. Keep your hands on your chest area and attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. With a slow, long, relaxing breath, can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more of that slow, long, relaxing breath and feel the beat and rhythm of your sacred heart. That seat of all emotions, which is expanding all life with its love, joy, gratitude. Breathe in to your heart center and feel the beat and rhythm of your heart, dear friends. Feel it. Recollect an experience from your life of past or present where you felt enormous love, joy, compassion, and relive that moment and elevate yourself. Relive that moment of love, of joy, of gratitude, and feel that energy inside of you, all around you. We are specks of energy intricately connected with each other. Love, gratitude, joy are all the ways to experience that connection. To become coherent with this universal mind, where we're all one. Feel it, dear friends, feel that energy, relive that moment. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap. With your eyes closed, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. With your eyes closed, observe your natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. We are into powerful group meditation. Our goal is to merge into that greater consciousness. When we become empty of all thought, we lose a sense of all matter. When we experience what we truly are, deep inside that energy, that emptiness, that consciousness, be with your breath. Allow yourself to merge into that breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. Observe any sensations in your body. It is natural to have thought. If you recognize you are thinking, gently go back to observing your breath, dear friends, and allow yourself to become totally empty. Allow yourself to be totally empty. Can you become aware of that emptiness, of that blackness, that void, all around you, occupying your room? That's energy. All emptiness is energy. In this quantum energy field of unlimited possibilities, allow yourself to stay connected to this emptiness, to this energy, where there's no body, where there's no thing. Everything you have ever experienced or will experience is here in this field as a possibility. The longer we stay connected to this energy, to this emptiness, dear friends, the more we receive from it, the more possibilities we create into a life. Stay aware of this emptiness, of this energy, as no body, as no thing. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness, this energy, the more open you become, the more miraculous your life will be. Allow yourself to merge into that emptiness of yourself, where everybody and everything is connected. Merge into your breath and merge into this emptiness of yourself, dear friends. This is your greater intelligence, your divine self. Away from your body, away from your life, allow yourself to become totally empty, merge into this energy as pure awareness. Go deeper and deeper into yourself, dear friends. final few seconds, allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into yourself. Friends, let's express gratitude to all things and everybody. Gratitude to your parents, your teachers, your mentors, the family, friends, colleagues, to this grand nature, to all the things you use, the places you visit, the technology, the systems and companies that support you. And to yourself and to this intelligent universe. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Relax your body, feel your body. As you relax, recollect your experience from the session.
Change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change.
And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes.
I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world. We can change the world. One heart at a time. One heart at a time. We can change the world. We can change the world. One heart at a time. One see you. I see you. I know you. I know you. You're a part of me.
Okay, friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. So must be having Shrians. Yes, do see him. Hey, Shrians.
Hi,
Great to have you back in here.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you to be really my pleasure to be with all of you all. Thank you.
Yes. It's always an opportunity to listen to Shrians Dagaji. He's a very close friend to me, but at the same time, and everything a Buddha Sivu can have. Perfect Buddha, excellence in Buddha, being a Buddha and being a true CEO and a very successful business leader. Doing beautifully, balancing everything. Whether it's enjoyment, whether it's about service, whether it's growing business, whether it's living spiritual life in a beautiful way. So he's a great master that has been always inspiring. Many times he came and then he always inspired us. And so we're here again, Shrians Daga, who is the soul and whole reason for Pyramid Valley International. If those of you visited Pyramid Valley International, the new Shambhala, the energy, which is in Bangalore, the meditation center. And Shrians Daga is solely responsible in many, many ways. Patriji's vision, and then Shrians executed it in all ways. And so we are here with him. So let me have Veena invite him first.
Happy morning, friends. Hi, Shrians.
Hi, Veena. Good to see you.
Welcome you to the session. So, a successful entrepreneur's spiritual journey unintentionally started at a very young age of 19 years when he overcame a major medical illness through a newly acquired practice of meditation. He then regularly practiced meditation, mindfulness, and manifestation to find a solution to many of his other life challenges. Today, Shrians, through his scientific workshops and special music meditations, is on a mission to empower and transform as many souls as possible with his knowledge and experience. Shrians believes in extraordinary life for everyone. Shrians is a very successful business leader, having led his family group of companies, including Beetle Oils and Sanofi Technologies. He is the core pillar behind the Pyramid Valley International project that served millions of people all over the world to date. I welcome you, Shrians.
Thank you, Veena. Thank you so much, and thank you, Chandra. Thank you.
Thank you, Veena. Shrians has been, as it said, is on a mission and has been teaching scientific meditation wisdom significantly. So thousands of people intensified it in the last 2 years. So we have a Q&A format to him today. So I'll be asking a few questions to Shrians to begin with. And then I encourage everyone to write your questions there. So we'll definitely take. Now, Shrians is, in my view, a perfect someone who's living the life perfectly all round, 360 degrees, everything, every angle. Sometimes one is very just overly hardworking. They're spiritual, they may be just working very hard. Sometimes only into spirituality and then very less of it. Shrians is a balance, there is everything that is perfectly balances, including his family now. Is everyone is meditating. As he came into meditation, it became an inspiration to them, and everyone took to meditation. Everyone means here we're talking about dozens to hundreds of people, because this is a very, very large family, combined family, and very large, many of them. So Shrians, to me, start with, can you help us, let us know your journey into meditation and why you took to meditation now? As I understand, is into 25 years almost that I've been practicing. You look so young, so I don't know what years when you took to meditation, when it's 25 years ago. How did you come into meditation?
So it was year 1993 when my father had passed away. I was 19. I was in second year of college, partying, dating, having fun, just living a very carefree life, And suddenly I got a call and I got to know that my father passed away. And that was a real shock to me, to my whole family. And then I was in a lot of fear, in a state of a lot of fear, anxiety, insecurities. And like that, 3 years went by in a daze. And after 3 years, I was detected and literally I was in a state of depression. And after 3 years, I was detected of chest TB, tuberculosis. And that was the time I really surrendered to the God. And I said, I need help. I need somebody to guide me. I cannot go on my life like this any further. And that's when, as luck would have had it, my Patriji, I was in Bombay, studying in Bombay. Patriji happened to be in Bombay, and luckily he stayed with me because my sister knew him, and he stayed with me. And he saw me popping medicines, pills for TB, and he asked me why am I taking. So I gave him my whole journey of 3 years, and he said me, your TB is like your fire. Your TB is like your fire alarm, and the real TB, but your real fire is your grief, your anxiety, your fear, your insecurities. By just taking medicine, you're shutting the fire alarm, but the fire, which is your real grief, will continue. So you're not going to really help yourself. So if you really want to heal, you need to heal your emotions, your root emotions, which is the cause of your disease. So I mean, what he said to me really, I mean, logically it did make sense to me, but I didn't know any other way to heal myself. And that's what I told him. He said, that's why I'm here today. That's why I'm here to teach you how to meditate. And meditate is a way to heal yourself at all levels: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. So I said, so that's how first time I tried meditation with him. It was for around 40 minutes. And when I was doing meditation with him first time, I felt a strong energy flowing into my chest. I had a chest TB, so energy into my chest. And after 40 minutes, I remember when he was playing flute, beautiful flute music. And 40 minutes after, when I opened my eyes, I felt so much of peace, calm, relaxation. This feeling I had forgotten in the last 3 years, And that feeling was so profound. And I was completely mesmerized. What is this? Just this simple thing, and I'm feeling so good. So then he told me, if you meditate for 40 days every day, then you will heal yourself completely without any medicines. So, and he encouraged me to take that challenge. So I said yes, and I accepted that challenge. Even though I was a bit skeptical, I was not very confident about my own powers, but I took that challenge, and I said, yes, sir, I'll meditate every day 40 minutes and 40 days, and I will not take these medicines till that time, and I'll give my best. So that's how I got into meditation. He left after a day, but I continued meditation. He gave me 2 books, The Power of Subconscious Mind and Art of Creative Visualization. And while I started reading, while every day I was meditating, I started reading these books. That changed my belief system about myself. When I read The Power of Subconscious Mind, I realized that I have the power to heal myself, not only heal, to manifest whatever I want in my life. And then when I read the book about creative visualization, then it has all those techniques, how to visualize, how to manifest things. So I started practicing all these things, but purely for healing myself, that I need to heal myself. That was my main mission. And after 30 days, I was due for my chest X-ray. And when I got my X-ray done, the doctor was surprised, and the TB was completely gone. And that was a defining moment for me. I remember when the doctor told me, I was in tears, but this time it was tears of joy, humility. I was filled with gratitude. I can't believe that just simple meditation could heal myself. And that was a time. Since then, I made up my mission. In this lifetime, I want to. Somehow I was inspired that in this lifetime, I want to teach people how to meditate. I want to teach people how to harness the power of the subconscious mind. And that's how my journey started.
Wow. So you were 23. How old were you then?
22. I was 22. Yeah. When I started meditating, it was 22. Yeah.
Okay. So this story where 22 years, you healed your TB, father not there. You also used to mention the business was in a tough situation. That time you had a business.
Yeah. So that was the same time. When TB got healed, and the next month, my business partition was going on with my larger joint family. And I remember I was given a factory, which was a sick unit with a lot of debt. And there was no money even to pay salary. And so since I practiced this technique of visualization and meditation for healing, now I thought, why not try this for my factory? So, and I was so new to the business. This was the first time I actually understood the nitty-gritties of running a factory. And I asked my manager. He said, we need at least 2 crores to even start to pay the employees and start buying some raw material and just to start the factory. That is the bare minimum we need. So I remember, then I started visualizing that I'm getting an advance of 2 crores. The factory is running now. And a week later, I started visualizing every day. And a week later, I met a buyer. I went to Delhi. I met a buyer. And I told him, and he wanted to buy my product for 3 months. And I told him, sir, this is what happened. My family partition has happened. I'm happy to commit, but I need help. I need to start my factory, and I need some advance. I didn't mention him in the advance because I didn't want to mention him the amount. And I would thought if I mention the amount, he might feel upset, or he may not give me the amount. So I said, sir, I need some advance, and if you give me an advance, I'm happy to commit. So he gave me a check. He said, yes, I'll give you an advance. I like you. I trust you. I'll give you an advance. And he signed me a check of 2 crores, exact 2 crores, And that was again a surprise moment for me. And then I was wondering, why didn't I visualize 5 crores? But again, this is how visualization works. And it was so amazing that how the power of meditation and creative visualization can really make things transform. And after that, my factory started and my business grew. And when I look back from today, I must have grown my business 2,500x from that time. And then look back my whole journey, I feel it's all been a very effortless journey, And thanks to meditation, that the journey of manifestation has been so effortless. Yeah.
So here we are talking here, there are 3-4 things, right? You're very young. You were out of TB with meditation. You're out of grief over the father's sudden loss with meditation.
Yeah.
Now you did something even more profound, that you are visualized and then visualized your way into gaining 2 crores out of nowhere, when you actually had deep read into the books and all that from a business perspective. And then using word visualization. So these are like deep, profound things that can happen in a short span of time. So can you tell us a little more about what is this visualization? I mean, later on I've learned from you that you have combined meditation with this whole visualization in a beautifully and growing and growing and growing, I don't know, making a beautiful life.
Sure. So first thing is, of course, meditation, and I mean, we just did meditation, so you all know about it. So not that I need to talk much, but when you meditate, you change your vibrational frequency, right? You feel you are emotionally in a high vibrational state, in a state of love, joy, happiness. So when you're in that vibrational state, and that is the time after the end of the meditation, you can use you can use the power of our imagination to imagine what we want, and that's what as human beings that makes us unique, right? So 40% of our brain is that frontal lobe, and compared to 1%, 2% of other species like animals and all. So we have this unique capability to imagine what we want in our life, right? And when we can imagine what we want in a life in a deeper state, in the alpha state, and when you visualize what you want in your life, and see it as if it's really happening now, and when you combine it with those elevated emotions, how would you feel if it has already happened? So combining it, so not only do you visualize, but you also emotionalize. So the mistake what people do is they visualize, but it is only a mental exercise. They don't emotionalize. That's why after meditation, when you do it, it's easy to emotionalize. It's easy to feel it as it's already happened. It's easy to believe that it's already happened, right? And then you combine the combination of imagination with visualization is such a powerful tool. So so what happens is when you do that, our thoughts, the way the law of attraction works is, our thoughts are electric and our feelings are magnetic. Our thoughts send the signal out, and it's the feelings which draw the event back. So how you think neurologically, and how you feel emotionally, that's how you broadcast electromagnetic signature into the quantum field, and that's how you draw the event into your life, right? So when you visualize and emotionalize, you are signaling the quantum field that you are worthy of receiving. When you're thinking, you're in asking mode, but only when you're feeling, that's when you're in the receiving mode. And that's how you orchestrate things to draw into your life. That's how you attract synchronicities and serendipities and coincidences into your life. You will meet the right people at the right time, at the right place, and things will happen effortlessly. So I feel, especially as entrepreneurs, I've tried it into my life so many times, and I always go with this. I always apply this, and I feel that then you don't need to work hard. Then a lot of times we struggle and work hard, and we like to plan things and be in control of everything. But using the technology of manifestation, which is visualization and emotionalization combined with meditation, then you don't need to work hard, right? We can attract things into our life very effortlessly, because then the universe is working for you. The universe is rigged in your favor, right? So whatever we feel about is what we bring about in our life. And the beauty of meditation is things change inside you. You tap into your inner reservoir, to your inner source of love, joy, happiness, abundance, and our inner source is the ultimate resource. And when we feel it, then that is the time when things change inside you. And when things change inside you, things change around you. This is how law of attraction works. right? So when you combine, so I feel the combination of meditation and creative visualization is really a powerful tool to really affect changes into your life. Then rather than, so most of the time, the way we live our life is there's a condition outside. If the condition is good, if the event situations are good, we are happy. If it is challenging, or if it is if there any setback, we are feeling upset, or we are feeling anxiety or grief or anger. So the beauty is, so what has happened is, over a period of time, we are conditioned to believe that happiness is outside of us. We need to change the condition outside to be happy. But the way the law of attraction works, and the way how a quantum entrepreneur work is like, don't focus first. Stop focusing on the condition outside. Withdraw your attention from the condition outside. Focus your condition inside. Focus your emotions inside, with the help of meditation and creative visualization. And once you change, when change the emotions inside, once you change yourself emotionally, once you change yourself vibrationally, when you change your emotion, then that is your vibrational output. And when you change yourself vibrationally, then the outside condition automatically change. And whether we know it or not, consciously or unconsciously, our vibration always precedes manifestation. But so why not change but we want to bypass that, and we want to just focus on physical manifestation. But rather than focusing on, so in my life, I always focus on emotional manifestation. And I have realized that when you emotionally manifest, physical manifestation will follow. And it's a law. It has happened without any exception, all the time, every time. So that is the beauty, and that is the power we have as human beings. And that is how quantum living is, right? And that is what CEO is. I call CEO is Chief Energy Officer, one who knows how to manage his energy. And that's why I feel energy management is more important than even time management.
Wow. Okay. Chief Energy Officer. Energy Officer create everything. So you said a lot of words. So rather than focusing physically, you always manifest or created emotionally first, or you're changing the vibration.
Right.
So can you tell a few examples of how did you use this in your, and then you also said use the word spiritual entrepreneurship. How were you able to grow? I mean, long ago, I remember you saying your business was in deep reds, but then you grew it. And you've been a great entrepreneur. You diversified into multiple things. Right. So can you give a few examples of how you utilize this power in ways, and also some tips to the entrepreneurs? There are many spirituality is often about living what really matters to you, and then which often means that people want to do specific things for themselves. They're becoming entrepreneurs, they're becoming business people, or they're just becoming musicians. Everything is an entrepreneurship, doing things on your own. Yes.
Right. So I'll come to your question, but before that, I just want to tell that everything that we do in our life, right, it's for an emotional payoff. The end result is that emotional payoff. Whether you want a good marriage, whether you want a good house, a good car, a good relationship, good health, the bottom line is emotional payoff. If I get this, then I'll be happy. And we as species, 7.9 billion population on planet, but they're all chasing one common thing, and that is happiness, right? But the truth is, we don't need but we are depending that happiness outside. And with meditation, as I explained, that we can get that happiness within us. So whenever I wanted to manifest anything, I always looked at what is that emotional payoff. So when I grew my business, from one factory, I went to 4 factories. And that was a time I realized that even though my business grew, but my bank borrowings also grew. I was having a bank borrowing of 250 crores. This was around 2009, right? And I realized that, always they had that pressure to always pay the bank interest, and I mean, of course, that was working capital, but always the pressure to pay the bank interest was always a burden on me. And I always felt that it is not giving me that financial freedom. What if my business for the next 3 months or for any cycle do not make money? How do I? So I always felt that bound. So I started visualizing that. So what is, if I would have paid all the money to the bank, and even my working capital is with my own money, I thought that what will be my emotional payoff will be financial freedom. I will feel that freedom. Then that kind of freedom is something which is priceless. Then I am not pressurized whether my business is going through some challenging situations or not. At least I don't have that burden. So in 2009, I remember I started visualizing that I am financially free. I have zero debt in my bank, and I have no bank borrowings. And I was then I was doing a commodity trading, and there was a commodity called it's agri commodities trading. There's a commodity called guar gum. I was trading in that commodity, and I remember when I bought that commodity, I thought that the price will go up. There was a shortage, so I thought the price may go up by 25 to 50% this year. And I started buying it and stocking that commodity. And to my surprise, in 2 years, the prices went up by 21 times. The commodity, which in the history of the world, there was no commodity which grew by 21 times in that short span of time. So, and I was having the largest stock in the world. And so I made windfall profit. So and then with that money, I could pay off all my bank borrowings, and then I achieved my financial freedom, right? So did I work hard? Or was I very intelligent? Not really, but this is how the universe works in your plan. Universe works in your favor. So this is how universe works. And when you combine your right intention with imagination and emotionalization, then I believe that our intention has an organizing power. Your intention organizes its own fulfillment. So, and that's how you draw things into your life. And that's how it happened. I didn't even have money, that much extra money to stock goods. But then I met a financial partner who said, okay, you do the trading, I will fund it, and what is the profit, we'll share 50-50. So this is how things start, this is how you draw synchronicities into your life. I mean, I can give hundreds of examples. Sanovi Technologies is one example. I mean, me and Chandra were trustees in Pyramid Valley. And I remember in Pyramid Valley, one fine day, Chandra had some investors in his company in Sanovi, and they wanted to sell the stake. They wanted to exit the investment FIIs, and just we were chatting, and Chandra said that I might have to sell my company, and it just so happened that I invested. I said, why don't I buy the stake and let's grow the business together? And within a month, the transaction was closed. I invested in Chandra's company. I mean, to just a figure, I mean, I invested $4 million. And in the period of next 7 years, we sold the business to IBM for around $52 million. So this is how this, and where did I mean? When I look back at this, I had zero IT exposure. I was never even using a computer. So here I was running an IT company and actually sold to IBM, and just because me and Chandra had the trust together. So this is how universe works, So, and this is how I believe that if you do not follow law of attraction, you will make money. But if you follow law of attraction, you will mint money. So that's why I think if you are intelligent, you will meditate. You will use creative visualization to manifest things into your life. And as such, and people say, it's okay, I don't want anything, I'm not materialistic, which is fine. But we all have dreams. We all have some aspirations. Maybe to start a spiritual center, maybe to teach people, maybe to start a restaurant, or whatever maybe. It need not be a big or small or anything materialistic. Whatever it is, if you learn, if you use these techniques, you will know whatever you want, you can do it better, right? And at any stage of time, we always want to create something. We always want to manifest something. And that's why we are in this three-dimensional plane, to experience the fullness of life. So I think with the power of meditation and visualization helps you to experience that fullness of life.
Wow. Many examples that you utilize the power of this whole meditation, because you always attributed a lot of your success to meditation, and you truly took it. You had it from the early age. Does it matter? Does age matter? You got it very early on, but then late, many people are getting it much later. So does it matter?
So it matters in a way that earlier you get it, you have so much of life ahead of you, right? And also the less is the conditioning, less is your old belief systems. Easy to break those belief systems, because eventually it's your belief which drive your behavior. No matter how much I can tell you, but the truth is words don't teach, Only when you experience it, when you put it into practice, and when you see the miracle in your own life, or the transformation in your own life, then you'll have that conviction. So that's how it happened to me. That healing, that physical healing, brought me that conviction, and that's how I started practicing in all my life, including my marriage was because of, again, it was a synchronicity. Pyramid Valley was a synchronicity. How I remember when we saw the land, Chandra. I remember 2003 we saw the land, and that time we didn't even knew Chandra. Patri sir introduced her to us and said, okay, these are all the trustees in pyramid, and we bought the land. And how the land was so bifurcated, and within a year we were able to acquire the land. I did not have spare money. I was in a joint family, so it was not easy to withdraw money from the joint family for your own cause, which is just spiritual, and which is not giving any financial return directly to the whole to a family which is quite financially which see like a Marwadi. We always see, if I give, what will I get back? So but from that family mindset, it was not easy to withdraw money. But when I remember when we started, but the vision was so alive when we saw the land. The vision that, we want to build Asia's largest pyramid. We want to build a pyramid which 5,000 people can meditate. And the vision was so alive that things started, my business started growing much better. And especially in a joint family, the part of the business which I was doing especially, that was giving much more returns. So, and since I was making so much of money, so nobody, when I diverted that money, that, okay, I'm giving this much donation to pyramid for the Pyramid Valley, nobody objected within my joint family also. Because they knew that I was making so much money. But of course, slowly, then later on, everybody got into meditation, and everybody aligned with my purpose and mission. So what I realized, one thing is, it is always good to combine whatever goal with the purpose, especially when you want to have a financial goal. If you have a purpose, if you want to make money, eventually if you combine with some higher purpose, it could be anything. It could be, so for me, it was building a spiritual center so that people can learn meditation and spread meditation. And so if you combine with that purpose, then then I think the universe helps you. The universe sees you as a channel, and the universe will channel the money or abundance through you, because the universe knows that you have a higher purpose. And I believe that when we protect our purpose will protect us. And I've seen, and not that I've not faced challenges. I mean, so many challenges I've faced in this journey, but eventually some help will come. Something will, and any time I face the challenge, my only challenge was, I always see that the challenge was not, I didn't see I didn't see that, okay, some business loss happened all of a sudden. In 2018, I was trading in a commodity. All of a sudden, government changed the rule, and I lost a huge amount of money in a period of 1 week. And I remember I was in Pyramid Valley during the last GFSS, and I lost a huge amount of money. But my challenge was to whatever I've learned, I've applied all my life. So why not apply it now also? So in last 7 years, whatever I earned, I lost it in a 1 week. Imagine, I mean, that kind of a loss I had. And my challenge was not to lose myself emotionally. How I believe that even though if you lost everything, but if you don't lose yourself emotionally, you've really not lost anything. Because anything, whatever you do is for an emotional payoff. So my challenge, my challenge was how to overcome myself emotionally. 2 days I was disturbed. I was in a stress. But I believe it's okay to be stressed, but it's not okay to stay stressed. And with the help of meditation, I overcome that stress. And I was still again visualizing that I'm in a state of abundance and money is again flowing and everything, and I'm recovered. And I'm not only losses, but I've made much more wealth. And also I practice gratitude that, I'm still far better off than what I started in 1997. 1996. So I always look back, and when I had nothing, so today I still have so much, so I can still recreate again. And then so I stopped that trading of that commodity. I sold all my stock, even if it was in losses. I had to sell because I had to complete, because there was a stock limit, so I had no choice but to sell within a week's time. And the market fell down by almost 50% because there was a government of India stock limit. And so all that happened. I sold the stock, and I remember I put all that money into equities, invested into some, whatever the money was left, I invested into the equities. And then I realized that now, anyways, I wanted to teach meditation. I wanted to spread meditation. So now, rather than doing active trading, now that anyways, I want to focus on not teaching meditation. And then I started focusing more on teaching meditation, and 80% of my time I started giving in my self-growth and spreading meditation and teaching meditation and spiritual topics, like manifestation and all. And today I can tell you that now I recovered that money in equities, and more than the money which I lost in those 7 days, I recovered that money in equities, and more than that. And that was very effortless. I don't look after equities. My younger brother looks after, but I'm focusing on my passion, what I was doing, teaching now meditation. And now at the same time, I've made wealth again. So now I look back, I saw it was a blessing in disguise. Thank God that happened. That nudged me to eventually follow my path, my true path, which I was wanting to do since the last 5 years, but I was not able to break my addiction of commodities trading and making money. But then this loss nudged me to eventually help me break out of my addictive pattern and follow my passion. And so sometimes we don't know what is the divine plan, what is the universal plan. We always like to take control of things, So, but I feel as an entrepreneur, we should always, sometimes it's good to leave it to the unknown, because it is the unknown which is the field of infinite possibilities. And when you leave it, that is when magic happens. I could not have imagined when this loss happened that in 2 years I'll be able to recover everything. Logically, when I thought probably I'll take another 10 years now to again go back to my same thing. And that too during those COVID times, So this is how universe works,
Wow. Challenges are there. So many messages here. Challenges are there. And then you talked about very important things. When you link it to a purpose, then things are happening. So I remember you always talked about very tight squeeze with the family, not necessarily loving you, but you had this purpose of building Pyramid Valley. We are grateful that Pyramid Valley came up because of your singular vision, singular support of so much money, dozens and dozens of crores that you pumped into the Pyramid Valley to make this what it is today. So you had this deep purpose, and then you're clearly attributing a lot of times the success of the business automatically to that. And the second thing, now I just narrated this incident. I still remember that even when you mentioned sadly so much money lost during this spiritual conference. It's like you can't really, on one side you are on this consciousness evolution path, and there you're getting to know that no biggest loss of your life is happening there. And always things look, when the deep challenges come, we don't understand the deeper meaning behind, but now you're revealing and saying it has helped me to sort of go and align to your path. Maybe you're delaying to coming into that path as you truly wanted, because you told me 7 years ago, I want to become full-time as much as possible to teach meditation. So I guess this has nudged you in a way to bring back, and which is always happening. If it happened to me, when I was in IBM, I was just nice, cushy, comfortable, they pay very well, right? After suddenly we got acquired. And I knew my work is over after close to about a year and a half. But if you're just spending a little more time there, and then you start feeling, I was not necessarily getting that importance anymore, or neither am I getting the right work anymore. And this hanging around there for longer than what you are is only going to make you a little more dissatisfied. That's how it is coming to me. That I was not satisfied going into the work, and then realize, what am I doing here? I mean, my work is done, so we got to just move on to the next thing rather than holding on to it with discomfort. Because, there is, pay is nice. If I continued in IBM for another, at least 10 years, which the time is there, that'll probably make a lot more than what I made in Sanovi, right? That's the kind of pay they do, but you shun away because your purpose is different, right? Purpose is different. So Shrians, so that's, I think, an amazing, beautiful thing to say, that when you're linked to your purpose and we are on your purpose, and then the other thing you said, emotionally being stable, right? I think is the key many are looking for, because challenges come, so we lose out. And in this case, especially when you lost everything, emotionally becoming stronger, and at that moment recognizing gratitude that if I'm still better than what I was before, so what? I think, and then now you said you focused on teaching, and everything has been built back and then much bigger, and then the whole financial wealth has become much more. So thank you for these some of these tips. I'd ask people to ask some questions, but before that, while someone, please raise your hands, because if you have questions, especially entrepreneurs, and you have challenges. One of the challenges that people ask, time. I'm looking to achieve something and the time is running out. So what do we do? There is pressures of investors. There's pressure of me not being able to be successful, age catching up, and this and this. So what's time? How do you handle time? This whole quantum world, meditation, there's no time. What is it?
So I always say, meditation is a time-saving device. It's like as an entrepreneur, and it's a very common predicament. Everybody says, "Oh, I don't have time. I want to meditate, but I don't have time." And my answer is always, it's like you want to. It's like you're driving a car without any gas, and you say, "I don't have time to fill the gas." So exactly, so it is exactly like that. So if you meditate, it is like, and use the power of creative visualization, then it is like, sharpening the axe. If you have a blunt axe, you will take so much time. It will take so much time. But if you sharpen the axe, and then whatever you can achieve in like 8 hours, you'll probably achieve in 2 hours. So meditation is like sharpening the axe. So what happens is, when after meditation, after visualization, you have a lot of clarity. You have an insight, right? With sight you can see things, but with insight you can see beyond. So you will see things beyond it. When you meet a people, you'll be intuitively guided. Do I need to work with them? Should I work with him? And life is always about choices. You'll always have 2 choices, 5 choices, 10 choices in front of you, but it's always about choice. You'll pick the right choice. You'll be guided to take the right choice, and that's how I believe that if you'll make the right choice, and that's why life becomes so effortless, and you'll achieve much more in much faster time. Plus, with meditation, you increases, and with creative visualization meditation, you increases your power of intention, your power of thought. Because whatever, then you're using the power of a subconscious mind. So, and then to manifest what you want in a life, right? And you're using, and whenever you use whatever you sow in your subconscious mind, that's how that's how the universe will orchestrate around you. The universe is just a mirror. It's only a reflection. True abundance, I believe true abundance is an inside job. Success is an inside job. So we need to change ourselves from inside and change our belief system, change our patterns. And then when you get up from meditation, then you will have a motivation. That is the motive for action. Then efforts are not required. Efforts are inspired. Then you will be motivated. Oh, this is what I want to do. I want to call this person. I want to meet this person. And you'll have complete clarity. This is the direction you want to go. And that's why life becomes so effortless. So it's like, it's a choice, it's a choice what level of game you want to play, So I'll give you an example. So you can see a pyramid here, right? So on the base of the pyramid, if you see the base of the pyramid, it's like we are living a life in a 3-dimensional reality, which is like hard work, struggle. That's how we normally live our life, right? Action oriented, hard work, planning, strategy. That's how we live our life. And what happens is, by the age of 60 or whatever, at a later age, we might have wealth, but then we don't have health, and we don't have good relationships. We feel burnt out. Our very people whom we love the most, but just in order to accommodate our addictive pattern of making money, probably now we have lost our love. Our children do not love anymore. My spouse, I find that, do not love me anymore. So this is how we live our life, always struggle and hard work, and eventually feel burnout. Now, what happens is, with meditation, you change your vibrational field and you move up the pyramid. Here is 3-dimensional. Then you move up in the 4-dimensional pyramid, because now you're vibrating faster than the speed of light. So here, the time, as you move up, the space and the time collapses, right? And so here, when you move up and then you place your intention at this stage, then you are able to draw event into a life faster, right? So here past, present, and future exist. Here past, present, and future is linear. But as you go up, the past, present, and future all exist in the now. So everything is now. There is no past, present, or future. So meditation. So the journey is not horizontal. The journey is vertical. The journey is actually dimensional. So if you change the dimension and try to create from that state, then that is how you use the power of law of attraction or the true power as a human being to draw things into your life. So it's a choice, what level of game you want to play. If you want to play a kindergarten, then be here. Again, it's a choice. There's nothing right or wrong. That's fine. If you want to play high school, then you move up. If you want to play doctorate, then you move further. So it's hard work. Below is the hard work, and upper is the smart work. So it's a choice whether hard work or smart work. So it's totally our choice, And I believe that's why we are called. But as human beings, we have a choice to tap into our true potential, to true inner power. So why not use that? That's why we are called human beings. Human is about doing. Being is about being. So rather than focus on doing what you're doing, first focus on being and then do what you do. Right? So when you focus on being and then what you do, then you draw magic into your life. Then life becomes, then you draw miracles into your life. So I always suggest entrepreneurs or anyone to always focus on state of being. So when you talk about time, I believe that when you start your day with meditation, you change your state of being. And then when you're doing what you're doing, everything becomes so effortless. So 5% of your time invested in meditation can change 95% of your day or 95% of your life. So it's quality versus quantity. So it's a choice. So I believe that if you're intelligent, you will meditate. You will know, you will learn how to harness the true power, and that's how you become more productive. You become more productive. You become more efficient. Not only you develop your EQ, you also develop your AQ, which is your adaptive quotient. Your adaptive quotient is because the way that today the world is today the world is, even the business models are changing so fast. The old business models are becoming obsolete. New things are changing. All of a sudden, the technologies are changing the world so fast. So we need to be adaptive. We need to learn to adapt to the new environment. So meditation increases adaptive energy. It loses your old conditioning, and you're able to adapt to the old new situations. So I think meditation really helps you in so many ways. Develops the EQ, your AQ, and I feel that money EQ is more important than money IQ. Most of the stupid mistakes are made by the intelligent people. There are so many intelligent failures in the world who are jobless or who are poor, even though they have intelligence, they have the best degrees, but still they are not losing. They still lost money or in huge debt or some financial trouble or not just debt. I mean, it may not be just materially, but it could be loss of health or relationship. But I think we don't need to choose one over another. We can have it all. We can have the best health. We can have best relationships, and we can have all the abundance and all the wealth in the world. So it's not a. We don't need to choose one over the another, and that's where and that's the potential we have. And if we apply, I believe everything is a miracle until it becomes a technology. So if you apply the technology of manifestation, then that's how life becomes a miracle. And this is simple technology of meditation. Meditation, manifestation, visualization, emotionalization, and that's how you can transform your life.
Wonderful, Shrians. Shrians is doing a workshop to us next week, Friday and Sunday. We have 2 sessions of 3 hours each in the evening India time. We talked about in a lot around manifestation, this whole emotional vibration, with which you build great relationships that form a key aspect of multiplying whatever that we're experiencing. His growth, and I've seen him as someone who is perfect. It's not just maintaining a Rolodex, but having that right way to attract right people into right things, and so then you experience a lot more. So he's going to do workshop around some of these core concepts next week. 2 sessions of 3 hours each. We are doing the morning program here, and then we are with him next Friday and Sunday. So I'm going to give it to Jagdish, but I saw an important question by Anu in the chat, Anu ji. She said, what happens to your karma while everything is going great? You visualize emotionally, you said be in the field first, and then so manifestation will happen physically. So a state of being is important. Living as if you are abundant, as if everything is there. You're not, it's not scarcity. If you can be in that state, things will happen, right? That's really the crux of that is said. No, but what happened? So there is a karma. She's asking about if karma is there. So how is that interplaying?
Yeah, so I believe so visualization or manifestation is about free will, right? Exercising your free will. So I believe karma and free will always intersect with each other. And karma is more about lessons which you have chosen in this lifetime to learn. And that's why when you focus on emotionalization, it's not about physical manifestation. Eventually, it's all about what you become in the process. If you're in a constant state of love, joy, happiness, independent of the outside situation, actually you're transcending the karma. Because because you planned life challenges from the soul's perspective. Before you took birth, you planned life challenges so that you can learn life lessons. Now, once you have learned, so basically that and life lessons is the root, the result of a life lessons is you'll be emotionally happy, you'll be emotionally joyful, you'll be emotionally abundant. And the way the quantum living is, once you learn how to live that anyways, you'd actually transcend karma. And that's why you even transcend so many challenges in your life, because karma only wanted you to learn lessons. But now you already learned it. You don't have to learn the hard way. And that is the power we have. So, but if you have learned it anyways, then we transcend karma. And that's why free will always overpower the karma. However, few things are like a strong blueprints. Like I believe that it was my karmic purpose, or that I'm going to spread meditation, or I'm going to teach. So 2012, even though I had the financial freedom, I became I achieved all my financial goals of my life. I was not still following my life goal path, right? Which was about teaching. So I was so addictive to making money, and I was following my addictive patterns of sometimes success is quite addictive, right? If you become success, then you become then you said, okay, now first you think, okay, if I make this much money, then I'll be fine. But then you make more money, then you want to make more, so it's always that, right? So even though I had all the understanding, but I will think about it in my meditation. I feel, now money making is no more exciting me. But the moment I go to office, I will get caught in that rat race, and that my addiction will again trigger, and I'll get into the race of making money. But in 2018, so karma gave me the chance for 5-6 years to wake me up, but I didn't. Then it taught me the hard way. It gave me a huge loss. And that too, when I was in Pyramid Valley, and that too, where I had a talk where I've been taking workshop on abundance, and here I'm losing money. So karma sometimes teaches you, but then it helped me to nudge me and eventually draw it into my real purpose of life. And when I aligned with my purpose, I again recovered all that money. So karma plays beautifully when we are not a victim of our genes or a victim of a karma. We don't have to see karma as, we are victimized because we did something in our past life. No, we have no choice with the free will. So now 2018, even though I lost money, but I still had the free will to not lose myself emotionally, right? And because I did not lose myself emotionally or overcome my emotional stress in a very short time, I was able to again transform my life physically. So as a human being, or as an entrepreneur, as in a journey of life, I think what differs a successful person or an unsuccessful person is, a successful person get caught into the life situation and give up to the conditioning. He becomes so obsessed with his current condition that lose focus on what can be, what is possible. That he stops believing that tomorrow can be better. And we as human beings have the power to transform tomorrow. We start losing that faith and that power. But if we then we give up to karma. Oh, it must be my karma becomes the excuse. It must be my bad karma. Oh, then you'll go to the astrologer, and when are my karma? When are my stars changing? So you give it everything to the outside world. But I believe that karma is only there to teach you lessons. At any given point of time, you have a choice to change, to live from a higher dimension, to change yourself emotionally, to live from the highest emotional state, and that is our choice. Doesn't matter what karma it was. And if you take that power to you, then free will overtakes karma. And then so this is my answer. This is how karma and free will intersect. So karma will apply more for the people who are weak-minded, and people who are strong-minded, who have learned this, harness the power of this tool. Then they'll be able to transcend karma, and then the quotient of free will is much more than the old karma. Otherwise, the quotient of karma is more heavier than your free will. So it's a choice. It's again it's like a balance which is overpowering you. So that is the beauty we have, that we have the free will. Karma is actually just conditioning. In a way, it's a conditioning. We are born with those sanskars. So it's a choice between a free will and the program. And so most of the time the program wins over. But if we harness these tools of manifestation, then the free will win over that program.
Thank you, Shrians. Absolutely. I think the prarabdha karma that we all come here to experience can be changed. The more willpower, the more understanding we have, it can be changed. There's no fate written. It's always our creation. It's our free will. We are creating constantly, so we can change. Only if we have to work a little harder and harder. That's it. But the moment, most of the time, we are giving up. Perseverance is not there. So I've seen, there is so much we can talk with you, but let me give a chance. Let me have Jagadish raise a hand, and we'll take a couple of questions. It's past 8 o'clock, normally ending session at 8. So we're going to listen to Shrians in deeply for 3 hours or 3 hours, so Friday and Sunday. We'll send the link to all of you. If those who attend this program need not register, but you want to register still so that we understand how many join, so please go and register. Then we'll give the link buddhasiva.org/connect. Connect is the program name for that one, like Jupiter is this program name. Yes, sir, Jagdish, sir.
Good morning, Shrians sir.
Yes, good morning, sir.
I have 2 questions.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Whenever we listen to or read so-called successful people, and success mainly means money or powerful people, you ask them what was the reason for success, they just use one: hard work. And the message is so strong. There are many people, I see people who are working hard, actually young, but still they are poor. But somehow you get the impression if you want to be rich, you better work hard. Which somewhat contradicts what you said. No, you really want to achieve something, there's no work. You don't have, you think things come easily. Can you explain this kind of a paradox? That was one question. I'll ask you the next question after.
Yeah. So, hard work is fine. I mean, I'm not against hard work. But you have this is hard work, right? Struggle, hard work, action oriented. But as human beings, we have a choice for smart work. I mean, even a labor works very hard, but how much money is making? If hard work is the only way to make money, even the labor is working so hard. But I believe that, and as an entrepreneur, if you only focus on hard work, eventually you will not be fulfilled, because you will get burnout. It feels very good when you are still young and active, and but maybe at the age of 60 now, you have a blood pressure, you have a sugar, you have a diabetes, or you have some back pain, spondylitis, whatever, we all know, right? We all go through these situations. So, and I believe success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. How many of people they look like they have success, but I know so many entrepreneurs who are for the world, they are really success, and some, including some politicians. I know some film stars whom I'm teaching meditation, and privately they tell me they're depressed. And when I listen to them, when I know they share me, I feel shocked. Because from the world's perspective, they are so successful people. They are so, but then they're depressed, and or some reason, they have some marital problem, or the children don't love them anymore. They have a poor relationship with the child, because all their life they just focus on making money. Now the child does not even want their wealth. Child is independent. So people go through these challenges, So it's a choice, So I believe that the true success, success is never a destination, it's a journey, right? So the journey is always more important than the destination. And if you focus on the journey, you have to enjoy the journey, you have to enjoy the process. It does not make sense to worry, to have worry now, so that tomorrow when I get that, I will not be worried. But in the anticipation of tomorrow, when I have this, then I will not be worried. I am worrying now. So I am losing my presence for the sake of better tomorrow. So that is not a solution. We can, and it's not about work. It's just that from what state you're working. It's not that I did not work hard. But I believe that because it was from the state of inspiration, it was very effortless. I didn't feel that work as a burden. It was fun. It was joy. Like meeting Chandra was fun. Investing in Sanovi was fun. Running Sanovi together was fun. It was not really hard work. So it's a mindset. Otherwise, if we only believe that, oh, I work so hard, I struggle so hard, so it's not. So I believe that it's a choice, and then that's when it becomes sustainable. We all know the history has proven that by the fourth generation, money is lost, right? The richest people in the world, by the fourth generation, they don't have money. Why? So why? Because somewhere in the track, in the process, the generations have lost themselves emotionally. So if you want to sustain wealth, it's not about just making money, it's also about sustaining wealth or sustaining success or being resilient. Even in the challenging situation, how can be resilient? Then focus on state of being. And that will give you. So it is not about how much money you get. Eventually, the purpose of that money is the emotional payoff. You may earn 10 crores and still be happy, or you may earn 100 crore and still be unhappy. So then who is richer? The person who has made 10 crore is happy. In my mind, he's more richer than the person who has made 100 crore and is still unhappy. Because I believe true richness is emotional richness. Right? So only if you're emotionally rich, then it is true richness.
Thank you for a wonderful answer. Incidentally, I've had a reasonable, happy life and a very reasonable, successful career. But I can tell you, I've been very lazy. I never worked hard in my life. My second question is this. You see, Ayn Rand defined value as something you love to possess. For example, if I like to possess a pen which a mother gave me, okay, that is what I say I value.
Right.
Now, like you rightly said, therefore, emotion is what plays. So this value is basically emotion, like what I like to possess.
Right.
So what happens to people when they like to possess, like you say, a lot of material things, and that's what the value. Do you think emotion is attached to that, or is it a wrong emotion that they attach to? Is it a bit easier to have
I got your point. So everything what we have, now you rightly said it's a value. And I know, sir, you are a professor in IIM Bangalore, right?
Yes.
Was a professor. So I mean, so good. To interact with you, and so this is my understanding. See, whatever you have, everything gives you value, right? That's why you want something. So you always pay money to buy something because you feel that. So suppose you're buying a house, you feel that whatever money you're giving in exchange, you are getting a better value. That's why you want to exchange, right? So you always see a value. Now, whatever values you see, actually, it is a service. If I say a house by itself, if I buy a good house, because in the house, indirectly it is providing you a service, right? When I stay in this house, when I'm sitting in the living room, the space is providing me a service. So in a way, it may be an object, but still it is providing you a service, and that service gives you an emotional payoff. When you get the service, then you feel good. So now what happens is it makes you feel good, but our challenge is, or where we go wrong is, it's not that before you bought the house, even then the house still existed. But the moment you paid the money, now you say it's my house, right? The building must have constructed that house must be, that flat must be there since maybe 2 years or 5 years. So it was there. It's just that now you exchange the money. Now you started believing. Now you think it's my house, which is your house, right? But the truth is, you are a custodian of that house, or the problem becomes when you identify with that house. When I say that my success depends on this, my happiness depends on this house. right? So it's good to own things, it's good to possess things, it's good to enjoy things. But the problem becomes when the thing starts possessing us. And they start possessing us when we identify with that. So every time whenever I've made wealth or make money, I always tell myself, I'm only the custodian of wealth. It is not my wealth. Always tell my family that we are only the custodian of wealth. Don't think that it is our wealth. We are only the custodian. And the value of money is what money does. If you're not putting the value, if not, you're not using the money for the right usage, then there's no point of this money. So it is also about, so it's about not being identified with that thing. So fine, I want to enjoy a good car. So that does not mean you should not have a good house. Have the good house, but don't depend your happiness on that house. Always know that true happiness is within me. It is not, no, I don't give anybody that power to control my happiness. Nobody can make me unhappy without my consent. So this is the power we have as a human being. But the thing is, as we start possessing more and more things, we start losing our power to those things. And that is the challenge. But once we lose our identification, and once we have this understanding that we are only the custodian, right? Because the true wealth is what you are going to take it when you vacate your body. That is because that is what you are going to inherit, right? That is what you're going to the next lifetime. That is your emotional richness. The truth is, you may have the best house of the world, you may have the best cars in the world, you may have the best whatever, but the moment you vacate your body, I mean, it's not yours, right? So we are living in this hotel planet Earth, and we are only a visitor. So once you have this mindset that I am only a visitor on this planet, and how much the only richness I have, truly the only richness which I'll inherit is my emotional richness, is my vibrational frequency, which I'm going to carry to my next lifetime. Then you find the right balance. While you'll enjoy everything, all the abundance in your life, but you will not give your inner happiness dependent on that things,
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shrians. So friends, so we are at 8:20, and I know Sadepak ji and then Validev, madam. So we can take, so those of you, I would like to conclude it here. Those of you who want to stay for Shrians, so they're going to answer a few more questions. I'd like to conclude it here, and then we have an opportunity to interact with him. And he's probably makes than what we are. They want to make this next session more interactive, give adequate time for interactions. And so thank you so much for joining. And Shrians, it's really, really a pleasure to have you and then know so many things. So Planet Earth Hotel, we are in this Planet Earth Hotel. So we come in with what in a hotel will not let you take any more things than what you came in with. So we come in here with zero. So go with zero. So that's how you identify yourself, not with things. So beautiful. And right. So, I'm getting echo. Are you getting echo?
Yeah.
So thank you all, dear friends.
It's fine now.
It's fine now. Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you, Shrians, once again.
Thank you, Chandra. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm so looking forward to those 2 days, Friday and Sunday. And thank you all for the gift of your attention, for your time, and really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you, Jagdish sir, for the amazing questions. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you all. Shrians, you would like to stay back? We're playing music, so people are exit. But if you want to stay back, or you want to take these questions on this next Friday.
I'm fine. Whatever you tell me.
Okay. So 2 minutes music, please. And then Shrians will.
I have days, I know I wasn't my best, but I move forward. Learn from the past, with all mistakes I made, baby. I trust myself more each day. Even when the world is breaking me down, oh, I know I'm getting stronger.
Yes, let's take Deepak Sangaji, your question.
Yeah, good morning, Shrians and Chandra, the great Grandmasters. I express my deep gratitude to both of you. Since last year, I have been following you both, and I found a tremendous transformation in my life. My question to you is, how do we know what is the purpose of our life? Do we get any indications? Do the dreams play any role into this?
So, I believe meditation will drive you to your purpose. Because when you connect to your inner source, it will nudge you. You will have the intuition, what you want to do, what your direction will do. And when you're not doing that, again, meditation will tell you, you'll feel that restlessness. You'll know that I'm not aligned. So, and it will always whisper you. It will, in silence, you'll hear, in silence, you'll feel that, you'll know that whisper, or that this is what you are driven to. This is which excites you. And you'll know that when you are aligned with your purpose, you're always you'll feel so excited about it, right? Like how you follow your passion. Suppose you love music or you love dance. For a normal person, a dance may be, oh my God, it's so much an effort. But for a dancer, he loves dancing. Say for an athlete, or for so many mothers, for them cooking is such a joy. Feeding is such a joy. For somebody, cooking may be so much of pain. So it's like, so when you are aligned with your purpose, then you know that it gives you the inner joy. It gives you a true satisfaction. And unless you are aligned, you will never be content. Somewhere you will feel, when you may have all the richness or all the physical richness, but somewhere you will feel that disconnect. You'll feel that content. And as a soul, we have a mandate to discover to find a purpose, a true purpose. And only when we align with that purpose, we'll feel that contentment. And this will come with life experience. And meditation is one tool to make you sensitized to your purpose.
Thank you, Shrians. Thank you, Deepak ji. Please get the book Patriji Answers.
Yeah, I have, sir. I have that book.
You already got it?
Yeah, I just purchased, I think 3-4 days back, and I'm reading it.
Okay. There is a topic and purpose also. You can read that too.
Yeah, I think I have started just 2-3 pages. I have gone. I'll continue.
Yes. You did answer. I'm seeing here that at least 5-6 pages of questions, and answers are there around just on purpose.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shrians. Yes. Yes, Valli Devi Prabhu Madam.
Hello, Shrians. Good morning. It's such
Good
a joy
morning.
to listen to you. I joined Chandra Sir's this program from last year, Ganga, and from day one, it transformed my life. It just changed, and now I'm in a totally different platform of my life. And during that course, I came across your relationship workshop, and just to take a chance, I joined, and that time I just needed that. And how it transformed, there are 2-3 things it just stayed. Today, more than a question, I just wanted to share. I never had a chance to share it with you. So many workshops I have attended, and you mentioned, if somebody comes in your life who is very close to you, and you feel that that particular relationship is very challenging, and think that it is to transform you. And every time I come across that kind of a situation, I reminded of that line, and I see the whole thing differently. And I'm in control of myself, and that has changed the relationship.
Wow.
Right?
Amazing.
That has changed. That is one thing. And second thing, you said, if you feel that it's very harsh or very blunt and difficult, they talk difficult, you just think, they're thinking they are having some challenges, or they come out with some challenges. That's the reason they're talking. They're not targeting you. So that has again made a huge difference. The minute I think that way, and I have empathy towards that person,
Yes.
and I see that that person is also coming down. So there are some, when I started looking, I have been started looking, the clothes, whether it is office or home, around friends, why they are certain way and why they are in my life, right? So I realized that it is for my transformation, and that has brought huge change in my life. Shrians, thank you so much. And today's session, I was not imagining that you would come. And it was such a pleasure always. You are such a popular, especially with my kids, 6-year-old and 9-year-old. If you are there, oh Shrians, and they jump around and they want to listen to you as much as they don't want to go to bed without listening to Chandra sir's meditation. And today's is outstanding, especially emotional richness. I think I was struggling what to manifest, how to manifest, which one is from my personal side, which one from the professional. I was having a tug of war. You said one thing that anything you want in life, it has to attach with emotion, right? So now I know, I have to just think, calm myself and think, okay, this is giving me this level of emotional happiness. It's the right level of emotional happiness, and that's the direction I need to move forward. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. And today's session, it's again beautiful. Thank you, Chandra sir. So the things, what is happening in Buddha CVO and all of you, really, really transformational. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm quite inspired by your journey too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, we should be having more of you, ma'am, to listen to your experience on the sessions.
Yeah, definitely, sir. I've never missed after Ganga. Every time I'm there, and even during the break, I attend the session. It's just that I don't get a chance to talk because of a lot of things happening, schools and all. Otherwise, it is a really, really great journey. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. So thank you all once again. So thank you, Shrians, for being there. So we'll see you next Friday for more of these discussions and then more insight.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.